What's going on, everybody? This is that spiritual goddess. This reading is going to be for all of my Aquariuses out there, okay? Sun, moon, and rising. This one's going to be for you. And today we are talking about healing, okay? Things that you either need to heal from or you will be healing from now through the month of December, okay? And this bottom portion right here is all about how your path transitions during this phase, okay? And at the very end, I do have an advice card, okay? So that's that little extra little razzle dazzle that I like to send everybody off with, okay? After we're done communicating with spirit and getting the main message across. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and move right into your reading. So the theme of the healing that we need to go through, or that we will be going through, is self-sabotage. Okay, so with self-sabotage, it's right there within itself. It's all about you sabotaging yourself, whether you feel like, it's something that you can't do, whether you feel like, the opinions of others or what other people are going to think, the judgments of others, whatever the case may be. This is all about you literally getting in your own way. This is all about you knocking it before you even get a chance to see if it's something that's even worth trying, if it's even worth your time or your emotion or your investment in the matter. Okay, it's, you have to allow yourself to really get what it is that you want. It's like you have this vision for yourself and it's like you almost feel like it's impossible to accomplish, that it's more like it's going to forever be this incredible daydream that you have, but not necessarily something that you can ever have within arm's reach. And it's like they're trying to tell you the only reason why it's been so far away from you is because of you, because you get in your own way and you allow the opinions and judgments and thoughts of others get in your way, and then you allow yourself to get in the way, because then ego comes in and it's just like, oh, you suck, you can't do it, you know what I mean, everybody's gonna laugh at you, whatever the case may be. It's you getting in your own way and allowing yourself to stay that way, to stay in that lane and in that mindset. And it's something that, whether it's now or whether it's over the course of the next 2 months, it is something that if you're not healing from it now, if it's not something that you're already aware of and in the process of healing, then they're letting you know that this is something you need to take the time to truly heal and work through, so that way you can move forward on the path that you're meant to be on, and not stuck in stagnant where you have no idea what you're doing, who's being real, who's being fake, which way should I go. It's like once you really stay committed to yourself and you really get out of the way and you move others out of your way, it opens up like this plethora of pathways that you can take. Okay, moving on to your sacred message, we have shield your energy. Okay, so with the shield your energy card, it's all about looking beneath the surface, okay, too. But with the frog, it's also, with the frog, it's also to bear in mind that it cannot endure a toxic environment, right? It requires unpolluted, habitats in order for it to be able to truly grow and thrive. Okay, so the same goes for you. In order for you to be able to succeed and grow and thrive right now, you have to seriously like clear your surroundings and really take in account the type of energy that you're allowing in your space. Okay, the other thing with frogs is that they're closely related to the moon cycles, right? So the frog is encouraging you excuse me, more so to release your emotions in a healthy way. Okay, washing away any kind of like negative mental or like physical energies that may restrict you from having like this positive and peaceful life, the life that it is that you want. Okay, it's looking deeper into whatever situation that you're thinking of right now as this reading is taking place. Okay, they're encouraging you to take a deeper look, okay, to truly find the truth in the situation or in the matter. Okay, it's releasing anything or anyone or any situation that's keeping you from being able to grow, to evolve, to be able to jump ahead to where it is that you need to be. Okay, it's taking care of your health. It's making sure that you're releasing all of the emotions that no longer serve you. Okay, it's unblocking your energy. And if you know for a fact that you're in a toxic environment, okay, or you're around toxic people, it's up to you to break free of that. It's up for you to change your mindset. It's up for you to, you know, shield yourself from people that you know are draining you, that you know are not beneficial to you. Okay, if you choose to stay stuck and stagnant, then that's on you. Then the outcome is your responsibility and for you to take accountability of, because you're not going to be able to grow and flourish if you stay stuck around toxic people or in a toxic environment. Okay, because all right, look, moving into the magic that we're working with over the next 2 months, you have the lighthouse, right? So the lighthouse literally is all about not doubting your worth. Okay, so if you feel like where you're at, this toxic environment, this situation, or this person that's no good for you, if you feel like that this is the best that you can do, then the universe is going to continuously encourage you and give you ways to make you feel like, oh, okay, so yeah, this is the best that you can do, because this is what you're settling for. This is the vibe and the energy that you're putting out into the universe, and it's law that it has to reciprocate what you put out. Okay, so if you want more, if you want better, then do just that. Be better. Go for better. Go for more. Okay, it's all in baby steps. It's coming to the realization of what you want and what you don't want. It's coming to the realization of what serves you and what doesn't serve you. And then when you see everything that's blocking you, it's up to you to release that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to move forward into your path cards now. Okay, sorry, I needed water for a second. So moving on into the path cards, it's going to show us October, November, December, and that extra little oomph I have, our bottom cards, is going to be January, starting in the new year. Okay, so it's that extra little touch to it. So moving into October, where we're at right now, we got traveling lightly. Okay, so traveling lightly is all about simplifying your life. Okay, it's, remember here what we talked about with releasing what no longer serves you, taking a look at the bigger picture and changing your perspective on things, right? And you see here, he's got this big ass box that he's walking away from, because in that box is things that no longer serve him. Anything in that box is only going to weigh him down on his journey, and along his journey he's going to come across better things that will be useful and beneficial to him, and everything that's in this box isn't. Okay, so in order to get here to this part of your journey, you have to be willing to do the work to get out of your own way and remove people that are in your way, and making sure that you're shielding your energy and you're protecting yourself and your path for where you really want to be. In that, like, if you have this emotional release that you need to make, or you're bumping heads with somebody, or you find yourself getting into arguments or being irritated by people, it's like, it's reminding yourself to make sure that you're releasing it in a healthy way, because it's not necessarily the person, it's everything that you've got built up and pent up inside of you that you haven't been releasing. Okay, you've just been allowing these inner demons to kind of pretty much keep you on autopilot, and they've been running the show, right? Moving into November, we have navigating by the stars, right? So navigating by the stars is really all about following your bliss, really doing whatever it is that makes you happy. Okay, and it's like, yes, at the time the path is dark. Okay, it's, for the most part, for as far as the eye can see, it's a clear, beautiful, wide open path for you. Again, slightly intimidating. There's another card in this deck that is kind of like this as well, where it's, oh, choosing your path is the other card that's sort of like this that we just had in another reading, that it does show the path wide open, just ready and willing for you to just start walking down and living and experiencing everything that it is that you're meant to, following your happiness. And even though it seems intimidating because you're not sure exactly what it is that you're going to come across on this path, okay, it's still your path. It's the path that's going to lead you to your happiness, right? Because moving into December, we've got miracles, right? So it's a path worth taking, right? That risk is leading into reward. So miracles is all about miracles, okay? It's about expecting miraculous things to start emerging for you in the month of December. Okay, so that hard work, the changes, the mindset, the blocks being removed out of your way, it's going to allow all of these miracles that have just been waiting to come your way, because it's been hearing your prayers, hearing your cries, hearing your pleas, but you never moved out of the way, or you never paid attention long enough to really do anything about it. And it's like, now that you're seeing it, you're getting the message, it's resonating, it's hitting home, and all right, like, I need to be serious about it this time, and I really need to make the changes so I can start living my best life. It's like boom, boom, boom. It starts opening up for you. You start realizing what matters and what doesn't, what's weighing you down and what lifts you up. Okay, it all just starts to become clear. In the month of January, okay, we have grounding. So bringing in the new year, we're really taking some time to reflect, because I mean, it's been one hell of a ride, right? So in the month of January, to bring in the new year, we're going deep. We're exploring our roots. We're exploring our past experiences and how it got us to the point to where we are today, and really reflecting from the growth, and looking back on the challenges that you could have sworn at the time you were just, there was no way out. This was it. This was the time that my ship finally sinks, and here you are now, January 2022, just really reflecting on just this moment of peace that you have in your life, just really embracing and enjoying where you are on your path, and acknowledging the work that it took to get here. And even the sacrifices, okay, forgive yourself for the sacrifices that it took for you to get to where you need to get to. But anything toxic is not going to get you to the peace that you seek. And it could be yours, but you have to make sure you do the work as well. So we're going to jump into our clarifying cards here to get us a little more detail on the path. So bringing it back to the month of October with traveling lightly and really simplifying our life. Okay, we have the Five of Cups. So also, the one thing that we're leaving behind in the month of January is really focusing on negative shit, because we realize that focusing on the negative is only going to bring us what? More negative, right? So it's, understanding, all right, so things didn't turn out exactly the way that I thought they were. And, I forgive myself for playing my role in this, but it's, understanding as well that everything happens for a reason, and trying to find the hidden blessings behind it, okay? And moving into the month of November, you're really going to start to see the hidden blessings behind everything. But in the month of November, with navigating by the stars, right? It's all about following our bliss, YOLO, right? We're letting the stars be our guide, and we're just rolling with our happiness. But we also have the Nine of Swords, which is all about unfounded fear, okay? It's all about, expecting the worst, so you end up creating the worst, because that's what you're expecting, and the universe again has to only give you what it is that you're expecting. So it's being mindful that while you're going down this dark path and you are a little intimidated because this is all brand new to you, it's to remind yourself that when these little moments of fear pop up, when these little moments of negativity or worry start to jump up at you, because you're traveling down the unknown, it's to refocus your thoughts and remind yourself of why it is that you're doing what you're doing, and what the bigger picture is, what the outcome, what the goal is. And that in itself is worth taking the next steps to continue down this path, because you have the faith and the belief that it's all going to work out. And then boom, December, Okay, we roll in with some miracles, so the universe starts to reward you a little bit for all of the sacrifices and the time and the energy and the tears and the blood and the emotion that's been shed and the growth that's gotten you all the way up until this moment. Okay, these miracles start to emerge, and then we have the release card. So the release card is all about, these miracles is a reminder that endings are leading to new beginnings. Okay, it's releasing situations and people that have been holding you back. You're going through this beautiful spiritual transformation because you see that when you put in the work and you and the universe coincide to create this magic and this vision together, it creates this beautiful spiritual transformation within you where it really awakens you to that magic that you have inside of you, that is flowing. You see it, you feel it, you're able to hold it in your hands sometimes, right? With moving into January, the new year, we have the Seven of Wands, right? So the Seven of Wands is, all right, so we have to stand up for what we believe in. Okay, so we've gone down this phenomenal path, and we've gone through the hurdles, the struggles, and the damn strife, and we're at this phenomenal point in our lives. And now at this point in your life, the next phase is making sure that you stand up for your beliefs, and you making sure that you stand up for yourself and for what it took to get you here. Okay, it's having confidence within yourself and making sure that anybody that tries to challenge you and your power, that you make sure you're holding your ground. But in the same sense too, you're in this moment of reflection, right? You're in this moment of, you know, really looking back on the trials and the triumphs that it took to get you to this moment. So the other thing that they want you to be mindful of is to make sure that you choose your battles wisely moving forward. So if you're one of these people now that you just don't know how to choose your battles, you invest your energy in everything because you're feeling challenged, right? It's as you're moving forward, you've gone through so much growth and so much evolution that they want you to be mindful of now where you're investing that energy moving forward, because not everything is worth your time and your energy or even your emotions at that point. Okay, so if it's something insignificant, if it's not something important, if it's not something that's going to make or break you at the end of the day, and it what give somebody an opinion of you, it's not worth the time, the emotion, or the energy that it's going to take, or even the stumble backwards, right? Because you're defending yourself against something so insignificant, right? Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, stand your ground for sure. Stand up for what you believe in and for how hard you've worked to get here, but don't feel like you have to fight every single battle that comes your way. You're already winning, right? So don't backpedal and start releasing your emotions in negative toxic ways, because the last thing you want to do is revert back to any kind of past negative behavior that's going to invoke past bad cycles. Okay, moving on to your advice card. This card is a message from spirit of what spirit wants you to be mindful of or aware of as of right now. And we have a father's love. So what I've been doing is I've been reading the card because the writing is small and will be here for forever. So I'll go ahead and I'll just take the liberty of reading it to you guys. So a father's love is a father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength gained from such love is often unquantifiable, in that it can be tapped into any other time for whatever reason, whether your father is still here or has passed. A father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will ever experience. So this card, for those of you that your father is no longer here with us and is in the spirit world, okay, that's just them reminding you that they are still with you. Their love for you is still just as strong as it was when they were here, and that anything from in the past, all is forgiven, everything is well, and that this is their way of letting you know that they do love you, they are with you, and that anytime you reach out to them, you think of them, you look at pictures of them or old videos, whatever the case may be, know that in those moments and in those times, they're right there with you. Okay, and for those of you that your father is still here, okay, it's a reminder to make sure that you're letting your father know that you love them, and you're letting your father know, just how much that they mean to you. Because regardless, yes, you may have your differences, it doesn't matter that they're your parents. Okay, at the end of the day, we're all human beings, right? So regardless, we're gonna bump heads with any and everybody because our personalities clash, right? None of us are perfect. The world would be boring as hell if there was never any kind of disagreements and we all just agreed all the time, right? It doesn't work that way. So for you, it's a reminder to make sure that you're expressing, you're loving, you're keeping that bond strong between you and your father, because we do only get to love on them and cherish them for so long. So anything that's keeping you from loving on them, or keeping that bond going and being strong with them, if it's not, nothing is worth, nothing is worth keeping that bond, apart, keeping a father from their son or from their daughter. Okay, I mean, there may be differences, but I will also say, speaking from a human experience, okay, that there are times and situations that I can understand why it would be suitable. So I'm not going to speak on this for everybody, but for some of y'all, it is coming through, a father's love. So I do hope that these messages resonated with you guys. For the ones that it didn't, hopefully next time they'll sit with you. But for those of you that it did, of course, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, apply it however you need to apply it. But until next time, I will talk to you all soon. Take care.